The Supreme Court of India's interpretation of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, 2002, PMLA, in the case of Vijay Madanlal Chaudhary versus Union of India limits its application to property gained through criminal activity related to scheduled offences. The court emphasized that the definition of proceeds of crime must be met for the PMLA to apply. The Enforcement Directorate's actions, especially arrests outside its powers, faced severe criticism. The article highlights instances of the ED's questionable conduct, urging a curb on abuse of authority by investigating agencies to preserve India's democratic principles and federalism.
In the recent elections in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh, the BJP garnered support from significant sections of scheduled castes, SCs, scheduled tribes, STs, and other backward classes, OBCs, reshaping its image from an elite-centric party to one representing marginalized Hindu masses under the concept of Subaltern Hindutva. Despite this shift, these communities remain peripheral in gaining actual economic benefits and political power. The BJP strategies focus on welfare measures, narratives of caste pride, and special quotas for extremely backward classes, EBCs, yet fail to address land distribution, representation in power, and economic participation. Reports from Bihar highlight similar issues, urging the BJP to align its strategies with the aspirations of these marginalized groups for substantive social justice. The party's future hinges on democratizing power and ensuring equitable participation in economic growth for these communities.
The passage of 3 bills replacing India's criminal laws in Parliament, with over 140 absent members, raises concerns about legislative deliberation. The Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, replacing IPC, Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita, CRPC, and Bharatiya Sakshya Bill, Evidence Act, faced limited scrutiny despite a parliamentary committee's review. While retaining much of the original law's language, Union Home Minister Amit Shah's claim of a purely Indian legal framework is disputed. Positive changes include removing outdated sedition sections, introducing mob lynching as a distinct offence, and omitting the reinstatement of adultery. However, the inclusion of terrorism in general penal law raises questions, and ambiguities exist regarding police custody limits.
The JN.1 variant, a descendant of the Omicron lineage BA.2.86, has rapidly spread globally, constituting over 27% of cases with an 8-fold increase in a month. First identified in Luxembourg in August, it's now the dominant strain in some countries. JN.1, characterized by an additional mutation, L455S, in the spike protein, exhibits enhanced immune evasion and high transmissibility. Despite its prevalence, the World Health Organization notes no increased severity. India reports 21 JN.1 cases, all clinically mild. Increased COVID-19 cases prompt surveillance, testing, and sequencing, urging focus on public health over politicization and communalization.
President Draupadi Murmu suggests the creation of an All India Judicial Service, AIJS, to diversify the judiciary. The proposal centralizes the recruitment of district judges through a national exam aiming to address gender and caste representation issues. However, critics argue that a uniform system may impede candidates unfamiliar with regional languages. The AIJS concept faces skepticism regarding its efficiency in addressing judicial vacancies and potential challenges to judicial independence. Alok Prasanna Kumar and Bharat Chugh discuss these issues, emphasizing the need for improved infrastructure and career paths within the existing system.
Sonika Lognathan, part of the Hindus data team, discusses the evolution of their data point section from a print-only format to incorporating multimedia elements like podcasts and videos. Recognizing the prevalence of news consumption through videos and podcasts, Lognathan aims to reach a wider audience and enhance data interpretation. The Data Point podcast features discussion-based formats with experts, providing nuanced insights. Videos on platforms like YouTube offer an interactive way to present data, ensuring better context and understanding. Lognathan emphasizes the importance of data journalism, making information more accessible and fostering engagement amid concerns of news bias.
The Indian Parliament passed the Post Office Bill, 2023, replacing the 1898 Indian Post Office Act. The bill allows interception of postal articles for reasons such as state security, public order, or contravention of the bill. Opposition MPs raised concerns about violating the right to privacy, lack of guidelines, and potential for state surveillance. The bill exempts the post office from liability and lacks specified offences and penalties. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav defended interception for national security, and the government promised fair and transparent interception procedures. Critics highlight vague grounds and lack of safeguards, emphasizing the potential for state surveillance.
The World Health Organization (WHO) has classified the JN.1 subvariant of the SARS-CoV-2 virus as a separate variant of interest (VOL) due to its rapid spread. Despite a currently low global public health risk assessment, the onset of winter in the Northern Hemisphere may increase the burden of respiratory infections. Nations are advised to prepare for a possible surge in respiratory infections. JN.1 is part of the BA.2.86 sublineages and has been identified in various countries. Enhanced surveillance, sequencing, and data sharing are crucial to monitor and assess the impact of the variant on public health.